This is the eastern red-spotted newt. He's the main reason I picked this trail to hike on with Haley. They're much more common when it rains a lot. And actually, yesterday was no, please. You're gonna. I don't want him to. He'll die if you pick him up like that. I'll show you a way that you can pick him up safely. How? In a minute. I just want to get a little pictures of him first. We're not gonna hurt him though, and it's gonna be very quick. Okay? He's moving now. He seems to be okay. These guys are really cool. Unlike Sal, don't touch him, Haley. I'm gonna talk for a second first. Okay? I promise I'll let him walk on your hand. The way to pick him up is to let him walk on your hand, okay?
I may bite him.
Hold on. 1 minute. They get a little bigger than this, but not much. The eastern red-spotted newt. They're unlike salamanders. There's actually 3 sections of their life cycle. They're born in water with external gills, just like salamanders. And then they become the F stage, which is what this is. They live in the forest within a few hundred feet, in this case up to a mile in between the reservoirs of Naugatuck State Forest and the mountain range, but usually within a few hundred feet of ponds and lakes. They don't like vernal pools, unlike most salamanders. They're not deep enough. Because when they become full grown, they return to the water and become the adult stage, which has a much darker, more olive color, and the tail becomes a fin, but they still breathe air.
What is this?
And they live out their life there, and they breed in the water, continuing the life cycle. They'll stay in this F stage, I think, for 2 years, if I remember correctly. You'll only find them in these habitats near the lakes, where it's like basically pretty much old growth for undisturbed forest, and only after a heavy rain. I found them in the morning before. I think the dew on the ground makes it moist enough for them. So it doesn't necessarily have to have rained if you're here early enough. But on this trail, I've found hundreds of them after or during very heavy rains. I mean, most people won't hike in heavy rain. Right now, it didn't rain barely at all yesterday, and it only just started raining again. So there's not hundreds of them that I was hoping to find.
I see his eyes.
But we did find one.
I see his eyes. I see his eyes.
Yes, they have very pretty eyes. The patterns vary. Sometimes the blackness around the spots is much more pronounced. Sometimes the blackness around the spots is completely absent. I love the camera on this phone.
Why?
Because it gets good. Oh, there's a mosquito drinking my blood. They're probably drinking your blood too, Haley. If you see a mosquito land on you, wipe it off right away, okay?
There's not one on me.
Because it makes it really itchy.
Hide from them.
Oh, don't hide from the mosquitoes. Just wipe them away with your hand when you see them.
I don't wait.
It's been raining, so there's going to be a lot of them.
I don't wait.
Haley, do you want to let this newt go on his way?
No, pick me up.
All right. All right. If you get off me for a second, I'll... Oh, why are you climbing on me, Haley?
Can you take a picture of him now?
Now, Haley wants to pick him up, and it would hurt him. We have to let him walk on our hands if we're going to do this.
Wow.
Here we go.
He's totally cute.
He is cute, but please don't squeeze his tail.
Oh, yes.
Haley, we're going to put him back down now again. We're going to leave him alone. No. Do not
Put him back
squeeze
in my
him.
hand.
All right. Maybe one more time.
He's going to touch black.
Okay, hand out flat. Oh.
He's cute.
Okay, keep your hand flat.
He's cute.
Yes, he is.
He's
We're going to let him go on his way now, okay? He's out here to catch little tiny bugs. Maybe he'll eat some mosquitoes for us.
Why?
Wouldn't you like that, so they wouldn't bite us?
Yeah.
So we're going to leave him alone to go back to what he was doing. Bye, newt. Eastern red-spotted
I
newt.
can still see him.
Okay, no!
I
All right.
want to scratch him.
You're not going to touch him again, Haley. You'll kill him. We're done. Let's continue, and we'll find more. If it's still raining out a little bit, there'll be more. Bye, newt. To highlight how common these newts are when you're in the right habitat at the right time, I found 2 in a small area. There's one there. Do not touch him, Haley. And there's one there.
Can you put him on my hand?
I wanted to see what the difference is in pattern. See, this one's a little bit darker, and the patterns are different. The placement of the spots. Do not touch him. The other one went underneath something here. Haley, what did I just... Baby. This one is very tiny.
I want him on my hands.
No more, Haley. You gotta understand, he'll die. They're very sensitive, very fragile. I'm not gonna be able to take you to show you these animals if you're gonna try to hurt them. He's a tiny, tiny baby. Give you an idea of his size. He is tiny.
Where's his mom?
His mom is living in the water. His mom's an adult. She's living in the water, probably in Reservoir 2, because that's the closest reservoir in Naugatuck State Forest does. We'll see that in a minute.
Where's Reservoir 2?
We're gonna see it. This trail leads back to it. It's so tiny.
Where's Reservoir 2?
That's my finger compared to it. There's a mosquito drinking blood on my arm, and I can't stop it because I'm taking this video. There we go.
He's so little.
He's so little, but he's so fragile too, Haley.
Maybe he's just gonna out of my hand.
No, especially not this one. That would kill him or hurt him very badly. We don't want that.
Wait off.
Look at the patterns.
He was bigger in that picture.
Yeah, he does look bigger in the picture. He's very small.
He's really big in this picture. He's really big.
All right, the mosquitoes are getting me again, so let's continue. Let's say goodbye.
Bye. But he's still there.
He's still there, but we're gonna go because the mosquitoes are getting me.
Little legs.
He does have little legs.
Why does he have little legs?
He does.
Why?
Let's continue. Tiny is the other one I found.
This is tiny. Oh.
He's just as tiny.
He was tiny.
He does look tiny.
He was tiny. He was green. And he doesn't have any boo-boos.
No boo-boos. Don't touch him. Don't touch him with this. Why would you do that? Please leave him alone.
I'm gonna catch him.
No, you're not gonna catch him. Let's get going, okay? Two more newts.
This
One here.
Looks bigger as that one.
Yeah.
It's bigger as that one.
I know.
That one is little.
And there's a little one. Here, another tiny one. Haley, I was extra careful. You scared him. One of the newts peed on her hand because she tried to pick him up. Yeah, this one's bigger. I thought it was going to be a wash. I didn't think we were going to find any because we hiked for like a mile and didn't find a single one. But now there's one every couple of feet.
Can you put him on my hand?
To show how common they are, we're gonna hike and I'm just gonna find them as we go. No, Haley, leave them alone. Come on, the mosquitoes are getting us too, so we want to keep moving. Oh. And another one.
If you put Rosa, he was big.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's a nice camera, right?
Yeah. Grandma.
Camera. Now, do not touch him with the stick either. All right. This one's got a fat belly.
So
We can't go. No, we're done. Hey, there's a mosquito on you. Here, I'll wipe it off.
Where was he?
Don't worry about it. It's just we can't go 5 feet without seeing more newts, and that always fascinates me. When you're in the right area at the right time.
Look there.
What?
Look there.
That's a tick.
Oh no! Get him off you.
I will.
How?
Thank you for noticing the tick, Haley. This is why we have to search ourselves when we get home.
There's nothing on me.
He's a parasite just like mosquitoes, but he's much worse because he can give diseases. And he drinks blood for several days once he finds a spot. So I'm going to flick him off. Yeah, he's a big child. Stop trying to touch him.
I made him go my hand.
He wants to catch food right now. What if you were hungry and a giant elephant tried to pick you up instead of letting you eat? He's out here catching buggies. Say goodbye. Wave goodbye to him.
He's not walking anywhere.
Yeah, he's looking for bugs. They run by.